Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Clonks, and welcome back to another episode of my FC 25 Southampton Career Mode series. This is episode 3 of season 3, so as always guys, if you have missed anything else from this series so far, there is a link in the description down below to the series playlist. Head back and check that out, or if you've only missed the last episode, there is a separate link just for that episode in the description as well, so go back now and check all that out before we go forward in this one. But for those of you who are all up to date, you will know that in the last episode we did start off our Premier League campaign with a defeat to Crystal Palace. We lost 3-2, which is a little bit disappointing to start off the season with a defeat, but we did that last season and ended up having a decent season, so hopefully we can kick on from that today, although it's not getting any easier because we do start off today's episode with a difficult match against Arsenal. We will then sim the game in the Carabao Cup against Gillingham, and then we'll end the episode playing Norwich, but also we will have deadline day today. So yeah, there's a lot going on. The only thing we need to do in the market now, because we did everything we wanted to in the last episode apart from one signing, which is a backup centre back, because you will know that Howard Bellis was taken away from us. His contract was bought out by West Ham. I didn't realise he had a release clause, so West Ham took Howard Bellis off us for 14.5 million, I think it was, or around about that. So yeah, so we obviously need to sign a backup now. We got about 40 million, I think it is, to spend to get one. Yeah, I don't think I will make that signing though until deadline day, because I am still scouting a few players, but I'll go through all that on deadline day. I want to get through the games as quick as possible today so that we can take our time then on deadline day picking the right player. And yes, so let's jump into this Arsenal game then. If you guys do enjoy this video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from this series and my channel. And we've got our first home game of the season against Arsenal next. Arsenal lineup then: Lucas Chevalier in goal, João Cancelo, Mancini, Maxence Maurice and Ricardo Calafori as the back line. They got Declan Rice, Odegaard and Marino as their midfield three, and then they got Saka, Jonathan David and Gabriel Martinelli out on the left. So this Arsenal side is pretty similar to how it started. They haven't really signed too much players. They've improved striker wise. Obviously defensively they've got a few new names there, being Maxime Maurice. Not sure if he's a regen or a pre-gen or anything like that, but he's one of them, or if he's just a random youth player. And then on the bench they do have Valentin Gomez, Trossard's still there, Partey, Lewis Miley there now, Zinchenko, Amura as their backup striker. They've got Jared Bowen, Benjamin White still there as well, and then David Raya is also still there as their backup goalkeeper, so two quality goalkeepers they've got. Our lineup for this game then is pretty much the same as our starting lineup in the last game. The only difference is I've brought Mason Mount in over Dewsbury Hall to start, because I felt Mason Mount was a little bit better in that Crystal Palace game. Overall we played well. I thought we played okay against Palace. We were just unlucky that Udinese was in fine form and scored a hat-trick against us, but we've still got a lot to do here. This is a tough game. Arsenal got a good team, but we can do something here. If we can get a point, I'd be happy. To get our first point of the season in this game against Arsenal will be really good, so let's go and try and at least do that. Martinelli, a good save from Ramsdale against his former side to push that ball away, but that was the first opportunity from long range by Martinelli. Odegaard, pretty skill by Odegaard. Saka, strike, good block, Danzo. Still coming out of the zone. Martinelli, there it is. Concede another goal. This time Gabriel Martinelli gets it for Arsenal. He's been causing me a bit of problems. Again though, from long range. I'm pretty sure every goal we've conceded, actually, I think the last goal we conceded against actually that was inside the box. I thought it was just outside. No, it was inside. So a bit disappointing, but this game was always going to be tough. We just got to try and hold our own and try and defend a little bit better, and hopefully we can get an equaliser sooner rather than later. Good throw by Ramsdale into Mavadidi. Mount, good pass into Guri, out to Mavididi, good bit of play here. Mavididi's got a chance, save, Guri's there, and he can't get the follow-up in. It's our first shot of the game, finally, and it was a really good opportunity to get the equaliser. They're showing the Martinelli goal here, but it was just, the ball fell kindly to Guri, and he just couldn't get I think the defender got a foot in, but Mavididi maybe should have done a bit better with the initial strike, but it is still 1-0 as we are 5 minutes away from half-time here. Oh, it's a really nice pass into David, Marino, Odegaard. It's another good save from Ramsdale. It's really good play from Arsenal. Really good play, and Ramsdale, in fact, to be fair, it was good play up till the shot. I think Odegaard probably should have scored then. It was a fairly easy save for Ramsdale, but that's another scare for us. We need to start playing a bit better, getting a bit more attacks going if we're going to get back into this one. Fernandes picks up the ball. Hutchinson, Mount, Fernandes. Back inside, Mavididi, Mount, Hutchinson, Dewey. Arsenal just can't get a shot away. Into Mount, will get a shot away here. Mason Mount, oh, another opportunity. We're in the 65th minute now. I'm going to make some changes, but that was an opportunity for Mason Mount. The ball sat up nice for him. He just couldn't get it on target. We're going to bring Hutchinson off now and get a bit of pace on that side. We're going to bring on Ismail Sarr, who's going to come on the right, and we're also going to bring on Dewsbury Hall, I think. No, what I'll do is I'll bring on Ward-Prowse, play him there, and then we'll bring Fernandes into that cam position. That's a good thing about these players. All of them can play in multiple areas in the middle, so we can make the changes when we need to. So 65 minutes gone, still 1-0 Arsenal. On come my changes. Hopefully they can get us an equaliser. Free kick to Arsenal, then Odegaard is on it, although they're going to do some of the training ground. Marino lays it off to Saka, who's going to play it into David, into Martinelli, and does get a strike away. Ramsdale with a good save to stop that from getting Martinelli from getting his brace. So it's still 1-0, but they do have a dangerous corner, which they are going to put into the box. Ramsdale's there again. This is going to fall nicely for Nico Williams now. He's got some space in front of him to run into. If we can get a counter-attack going here, although Martinelli's got the pace on him, which is disappointing. Although that's a pull pass inside. Although Arsenal are going to end up with it, and they are going to get an opportunity from that, which is very annoying. Luckily enough, a good interception. Basuma, Sarr, Dewey. Down the line, just about stays in. Into Sarr, he's got the pace to get around his man. We'll try and get his back post looking for Mavididi, who does get there. Oh, he's at the post. Oh, that's so annoying. That was so close. He's hit the post and it's bounced straight back out. We still got the ball. There's a good tackle there. We've given the ball away now, and Arsenal got it back with Marino, and that was an opportunity for Mavididi to get his first goal for us. He's just so unlucky that it just hit the post. And watch Arsenal go and score now. I'll be very, very frustrated if that happens. Saka, he almost does go and score. Ramsdale with a save. Still 1-0. Huge opportunity for us to get that equaliser though. The corners come in and the refs pointed to the spot for a handball. Obviously we'll do the VAR check on it. We'll have a look at it. It was Ward-Prowse who has been deemed to have handled it. We'll have the initial look. I don't know. It's one of those dodgy ones. We'll have a look. Obviously it's one of those. It's bounced off Ward-Prowse's chest. It's gone through one of his arms, to be fair. And when that happens, usually I don't usually give it, because if it goes through an arm. But then I suppose it's difficult, because would that be handball because it does technically hit that arm, but the ball would go elsewhere because obviously it bounced off that arm. His arms are up. He's trying to chest the ball is what he's doing. It's not counted that that's hit his arm. It's counted there that it's hit his arm off the chest. So we'll just have to go with that. That's what it's been given for, and I think that's going to have to be overturned. I think because it's harsh, because he's chested it. It's just hit his chest. His arm is up there, but it is in a natural position. He's jumping up to chest the ball, so his arms are going to be where they are, and I'm gonna overturn it. It's one of those then, because it then rolls up, hits his face, and then hits his arm again, and bounces all over his arms. To be fair, it's hit his arm a lot of times, but it's just one of those game issues where the ball's just bouncing everywhere and just rolling everywhere. I think I'm going to overturn it. I think it's fair to overturn that because it's a bit harsh. So that is what we're going to do. So no penalty to Arsenal. We got 10 minutes though to try and get this equaliser. Jonathan David, good play again by Arsenal. Martinelli's through and he's put it wide. We get away with that one. I thought that was destined to be 2-0, but Martinelli has sailed it wide, so we get a lifeline. 5 minutes to go. Can we get this equaliser? Come on. 3 added minutes, and I can't get the ball off Arsenal since the 85th minute. They've pretty much had the ball. They've been passing around. They're giving it away now, though. Right, we've got one last opportunity to get up there. We've given the ball away. It's a poor pass. We could even go and make the Arsenal might even make us pay for that. They are 2-0. Game over. Arsenal win. We lose our first home game of the season, and we lose the first 2 games of the season, conceding 5 goals as well. Not good. Not a good start to the season. Still early days though. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's not all doom and gloom. It's just, again, we played okay. We played better in the Palace game, to be honest. We had a lot more attacks. It was always going to be more difficult against Arsenal. It's just disappointing to go and concede this goal because it was from a mistake. Dewey gave the ball straight to them, and then from there we were in danger, and Odegaard makes it 2-0 and finishes us off. That is going to be game, set and match for Arsenal. Ref blows his whistle. Another 3 points dropped. Disappointing. We've got a cup game next which we're going to sim, so let's jump into that one, because like I said, I don't think I'll be making any signings until deadline day now, because I'm still waiting for scouts to come back. So let's jump into this next game. I believe it's against Gillingham in the Carabao Cup. This is our lineup then to face Gillingham in this Carabao Cup game. Obviously last season we got to the final, so we're hoping that we can maybe do that again, but like I said, I'm more concerned about getting to further in the FA Cup this season than I am the Carabao Cup, because even though we got to the final, obviously the FA Cup is more of a, the board want us to get further in it basically, so I'd like to tick that off this season. So if we can get there though, if we can get to both, obviously great. Obviously to win a trophy this season would be fantastic. We got close last season, but I am going to sim these games until we get to the latter stages like I did last season, so let's see how it goes. Sarr, strike, and Ismaila Sarr gets his first goal for the club. A goal from him, a nice finish on the right hand side, cut inside, put it past the goalkeeper, and just before half time we are 1-0 up. Chance, and Gillingham equalise. 73 minutes, since we scored nothing's really happened. Both teams have been pretty poor, but we have gone and conceded another goal, and Gillingham have made it 1-1. 2 minutes to go, then it's still 1-1. Looks like this might be going to penalties. It is going to penalties. Okay, penalty shootout then. I'm going to obviously, I have to play it. No, I don't have to play it. I am going to play it though. Alright, I missed the first goal. Ward-Prowse puts it in. Saves me having to take it. So it's 1-0. I've got to try and save this now, which we do. Bazunu gets the save. Armstrong steps up. Going to go straight down the middle. And the keeper has stayed straight down the middle, so we missed Little now. He's gone the same way. 1-1. Dewsbury Hall will go left. Good penalty, 2-1. Another good penalty, 2-2. Sarr will go right. Decent penalty that, 3-2. Will go left. Good save again, Bazunu. So if we score this, we're going through. It's on a Dozy, who almost left the club, but I decided to keep because we've let a lot of players go. Can he send us through? He does send us through. 4-2 on penalties after a 1-1 draw against Gillingham. We are through. Happy with that. Nice way to go through on a penalty shootout. Could have done it in real time. We had the players to do it, but it is what it is. Got to a penalty shootout, and we are through. So next game up is the Norwich game before we have deadline day. So hopefully we can get our first 3 points of the Premier League season. Well, first points. Even if we get a draw, it's the first point. I'd rather win it though. So if we can go and do that, I'd be happy. Norwich lineup then for this final game of the episode. Angus Gunn in goal, Jack Stacey, Jose Cordoba, Martin Vitic and Makengo as the back four. They got Jacob Sorensen as the CDM with Liam Gibbs and Amankwa Forson as the two central midfielders in front of him, with Jonathan Rowe Ante Kranak, however you say his name, and Borja Sainz are the front three. Now, this Norwich side is pretty weak for the Premier League. It's a very, very, very much a Championship side. They've got some decent players with Sainz and Rowe who are decent, but it doesn't really mean anything because I played Norwich not last season, season before, obviously, and they did beat me twice, I'm pretty sure, with a very similar team. Obviously, our team has improved, but again, doesn't mean anything. We should be going and winning this on paper. Our lineup is our starting lineup. So this team is a lot better than this Norwich team, so we should hopefully go and pick up our first 3 points of the season, because this Norwich team looks like it is going to struggle this season. But like I said, it doesn't mean anything. We lost to Hull at the beginning of last season, so who knows how this is going to go. That's how it's going to go. A red card in the first 3 minutes. I think it's only a free kick. But Greaves has gone off, so we've got to make a change now. So that's not the start to this game that we wanted. We're going to have to take Greaves off. And lo and behold, I don't actually have a centre-back on the bench because of fitness reasons. So I think I'm going to have to play either Doherty or do I bring Basuma back there? I think we'll have to put Basuma there and bring on Downs to play there. But really, it's not a good start, is it? That's so frustrating. And now we've got a dangerous free kick to defend as well, right on the edge. Norwich should probably add misery to me now as well and put this in, won't they? Oh my god, they've hit the post. They got so close, but we've got to play a long time with 10 men now. It's not a good start to the season at all, is it? Still going, takes a strike, saved by Gunn, it's going to fall back to him. Dewey gets tackled, another corner. It's us on top of the minute despite being down to 10 men. Danzo gets it back in there. Guri gets headed away, and Norwich get it away. Norwich sitting very deep, I've noticed so far. Despite having one man extra, they're still holding very deep. Mavididi. Nico Williams. And it's gone in. Nico Williams gets his first goal for us. And it was a bit of luck. It went through Angus Gunn, who would be disappointed. He'd probably think he should have done better with it. It was a good touch there. Good strike, and Gunn, yeah, should have done a lot better with that. But despite being down to 10 men, we take the lead in this one. And that's due to Norwich sitting very deep. Very deep. So they might be in trouble if they don't push up a bit. Because we've got a lot of space in our midfield to create things. That's a good pass. He's going to get another chance. It was a good first save from Ramsdale, but Cranch, however you say his name, probably should have done better with the initial shot, but still 1-0 to us. Oh, good bit of play from Hutchinson. Guri's making a run. Can we get it to him? We will get it to him. First time strike. Oh, what a strike that was. And Gunn has had to go down low. A better save from him this time. But it is all us at the moment. Hutchinson. It's away. Fernandez with a good interception. Ball across. Good bit of play. And Mavididi doesn't put it in. Oh, that should have been 2. He's had 2 chances now to get his first goal for us. 2 really good chances. He hit the post against Arsenal. And that one just goes wide of that post. But he should have scored both of them, really. But that one especially. Still 1-0. We've been by far the better team, but we've only scored 1 goal. I know we're down to 10 men, but we need to make the pressure count, because they could go up the other end and score. Here they come again. Strike. Again, an easy save from Ramsdale, but again, Norwich showing that they do have a break in them. That's how they've set up. They're setting up to try and get me on the counter-attack, and they've had 2 good opportunities there to go and do that. So let's kill that off and get a second goal, which we might do here with Guri. Gets around his man, back inside. Oh, good bit of play. He's got to score. He won't score, and Mavropanos hit the post again. Oh my god, Mavididi cannot get this goal. He's cursed at the minute. He's hit the post twice and he's had a really good opportunity that's just gone past the post. 3 good opportunities in 2 games today to get his first goal. And he really should have scored by now. Rowe. Good interception by Nico Williams. Although it's going to fall back. Gibbs plays it inside to Forson. Kranjak. Another goal conceded. I mean, to be fair, there's a big gap between Danzo and Basuma, but if Basuma is just filling the gap, we need to get this centre-back in, which we will do after this game, of course, on deadline day. But we've been by far the better team. We've had the chances to go and kill this game off. We haven't taken them, and we're going to go into half-time level. Even though we're down to 10 men, we really should be winning this game. Hutchinson into Guri. Try and get this to Mavididi, we will. Turns his man nicely, gets a strike away. Is that a penalty? It is a penalty. The ref has pointed to the spot, and it's a yellow card. But early on in the second half, we get a chance to get back in the lead from the spot. It was a late challenge, and he does catch Mavididi. And it's an opportunity now for Guri, who will step up. I know Hutchinson's on it, but we'll give it to Guri, because his penalties are better, to get his second goal for us from the spot. Can he do it? We'll go right. And he does do it. So, in 3 games, that's 2 goals for him. He's also got an assist, so he's having a decent start. He hasn't scored from open play yet, but that doesn't matter. They all count, and he has to be there to finish it, and he is there to finish it, and we are leading, and we really, really should be going and winning this game quite comfortably. I keep saying it, despite being down to 10 men, we are the better side in this one, so let's go and get another goal. Nico Williams, Mavididi, Fernandez, into Guri, Hutchinson, strike, save from Gunn, another opportunity for us though. We need to start taking them. We've got a corner, can we score from that corner? It's another header from Nico Williams. Fernandez, into Guri. Oh, what a bit of footwork, and what a oh, he's hit the post. Oh my god, how many times are we going to hit the post? That's so frustrating. It was a really good bit of play from Guri to get around his man. And that should have been his first goal from open play. And here come Norwich up the other end. We should get to that. That should be Ramsdale's. It is. We're still 2-1 because we've hit the post again. Nico Williams, another pass into Mavididi. Guri, Mavididi's carried on his run. Ball across looking. It's going to fall back to him kindly. And this time, a bit of luck. Mavididi does get his first goal for us finally after hitting the post twice and having another opportunity that he should have scored. He got a little bit of luck there, bounced back to him, and he put it past Gunn, and we do make it 3-1, and we should be getting our first 3 points of this Premier League season from here. That's a really nice pass, and Sainz has got in somehow. Strike Ramsdale with a save, good save, and we get the ball away. Jurasic. Good tackle, Ward-Prowse. Oh, it's a foul. That's a cynical foul, I think. I think Norwich are about to level the men on the pitch with a red card for Jurasic. It is. He gets a red card, so that's the 3rd red card, actually, so far in 3 games. Obviously, there was no red card in the Arsenal game. The first game, Wharton got sent off for Palace, but we did go and lose. In this one, there's been 2 red cards. We've had 1 and now they've had 1, and we are going to go on and win this game. It is 3-1 with 2 minutes to go. Can we maybe add a 4th? That would be nice if we can. Doherty will get a cross in, looking for Dan James. Not really who I wanted to be there, but it is what it is. We're going to still get the opportunity here to maybe get a 4th with Ward-Prowse. Ball across. Earns himself a corner. Can we get a goal from this corner? Be a nice way to finish off the game. It's a header from Mavididi, who again is close. What I'm liking about him though, he is getting a lot of opportunities per game. Apart from that Arsenal game, to be fair, we didn't play well at all against Arsenal though, because we only had 2 shots in the entire game. So let's just ignore that one. But the other 2 games he's had opportunities, and this one he's had loads of opportunities, obviously having a goal as well, which is fantastic. And we are going to go and win this game, hopefully 3-1, not 3-2. Thank God the ref's blown his whistle, because Danzo missed his tackle. But We get our first points of this season, 3 points on the board. We were expecting to go and win this game, to be fair. And when we went down to 10 men in 3 minutes, I was thinking, oh, here we go now. If we go and lose this game, then we are having an absolute shocking start to the season. But we did go and win it. Mavdidi probably should have scored more than one with 6 attempts, but he did get a goal. And it was a bit unfortunate hitting the post as well. Guri hitting the post as well. And obviously getting a penalty. We're hoping he can start scoring from open play. And another goal, first goal of the club for Nico Williams as well, which was fantastic. So 3-1, 3 points. Let's head towards deadline day now, and I'm definitely signing a centre back, and we might look at someone else if we've got the funds to do it, because we've got about 40 million, and the player I think I'm going to get isn't going to cost me anywhere near that, so we might be able to add 1 or 2 more just to bulk up the squad a bit. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so we have reached deadline day, and the first thing we've got to deal with before we go and have a look at what we want to do is deal with an offer we received for Flynn Downs from Brentford. Now they've offered a swap deal. So who have they offered? They've offered Matthias Jensen plus 10,000. I don't want Matthias Jensen, and I'm not looking to let Flynn Downs go. Brentford are in the Championship, so I'm quite happy to reject this, because Downs is going to play a role for us this season. He is going to be the backup, but he is going to have plenty of game time because our squad is quite thin, but we are looking to hopefully add another central midfielder is the other thing I want to do deadline day. So we definitely need to go and sign a centre back. So that is the first thing that we need to go and do now. So let's have a look at my options. Okay, so centre back wise, I've narrowed my options down to 3. So the first one is Jeremiah St. Just. Now the good thing about St. Just as well, he can play right back too. The only thing about him is obviously, 6'1" isn't small, but he's a little bit smaller than I'd like my centre back to be. But again, it's not to say that would be a huge issue. He's 79 overall and he's 29 years old, so I think he'd be a decent backup for me. We could probably get him for around about 12-13 million, I reckon we could probably get him for, so that is an option. The next option is Darragh O'Shea. Now we could bring Darragh O'Shea in from Ipswich. We've done a lot of business with Ipswich. We've even taken their other centre-back in Greaves. Now, I haven't done any deals this season, to be fair. The only deal we've done with Ipswich this season is that we sold Manning to them. So we could go and get Darragh O'Shea. I just don't think that is who I am going to go for, but he is an option maybe in the future if we need someone. He's a decent centre-back, but I don't think that is the player that we are going to go in for. The player I think I am going to go and get is Lloyd Kelly. I think I'm going to bring Lloyd Kelly in from Newcastle. He doesn't start for them. I think he would be open to coming to us because he will have quite a bit of game time for us, because I anticipate having to rotate a lot everywhere on the pitch, to be honest, because our squad is quite thin. So I'm going to go in and go for him straight up. So we can probably get him for, we could offer 11 million straight up. The board reckon between 11 and 13 million. So like I said, we've got 40 million to spend. So we've got plenty of money all of a sudden because we sold the lap. So let's go in with an 11 million. Let's see if they're just willing to accept that. No, they want the higher end. We'll remove the sell-on clause and come down to, what about 11.6? 12.7. Come down to 12 and you've got a deal. 12.3. I need to be careful, it's deadline day. If he walks away, we can't go back in for him. So, and I think that's what they know that. So maybe we just pay it. I think we just pay it. Alright. Have 12.3. So Lloyd Kelly is on his way in as our new centre-back, which is really good. So let's just get his contract signed. Fantastic. So he's on 75,000 at Newcastle. I'm quite happy to match it if he's willing to match that. And 100,000 sign-on bonus. I'm hoping he's happy with that. He is happy with that. So Lloyd Kelly is in. We've got our backup centre-back. I'm happy with that. A good player. And yeah, fantastic. So let's go have a look at who else we want to sign, because I think I want to sign another central midfielder. Okay, so after looking through the list of players that I've got, I've decided that I'm going to go in for a cam, because what I'm going to do now that I've got a bit of money, I can sign someone decent. I'm going to play Kieran Dewsbury-Hall as a backup to Fernandez, because Kieran Dewsbury-Hall in that cam position hasn't really been doing too much. So I'm going to play him as a backup box to box. Mason Mount will be my backup cam, and then we will go and sign a starting cam because we've got a decent amount of money to go and do it, and we'll try and sign someone who is an actual cam. Now, I'd love to sign Matheus Cunha. I don't have the funds to do that. He's still in the Championship with Wolves, so it would be a really good time to go and sign him, because to bring him to the Premier League, you'd definitely be up for that. But I'm not going to be able to afford him, so we're not going to be able to go for Cunha. The other options that I'm looking at is either Brendan Aronson, who I do like the look of from Leeds. He looks quite decent. He's got good finishing. His passing is decent, and physically he's quite good as well. We could also look at Fabio Vieira from Arsenal, another option. A little bit, I think Aronson looks like a bit of a better all-round player than Vieira. Vieira is obviously quite decent technically. He's got better passing, and his finishing is better as well. So technically he's better, but then physically he's not as good as Aronson. So I do want to sign someone a bit more all-round. Another option we could go for is Smith Rowe from Fulham. He looks decent as well. He's physically a bit better than Vieira. Again, I'd probably say Aronson is probably a bit better physically than Smith Rowe, but then technically I'd say that Smith Rowe is a bit better than Aronson. Yeah, Eze obviously we went for earlier on, and we could go for him again, although Palace's asking price has now gone up, so we can't afford him anymore. So it's either going to be Smith Rowe, Aronson. There was someone else. Oh, it was Paqueta. Paqueta again, physically really good and technically good. To be honest with you, Paqueta probably looks like the best out of the lot. I'm quite happy to go for Paqueta because Fulham do have Smith Rowe. If I was to go for Smith Rowe, I'd be happy because they do have Paqueta. And I don't know where Fulham finished last season. I think they were mid-table. I think they finished around us. I can't remember if they were just above us or just below us. They were somewhere around there, but I still think that this is a realistic deal to go and make. And I think, looking at it, because of how cheap we can also get Paqueta, we get him for around the same price as the other two. Obviously, he's a bit older. That's probably why. He's 29, but still, he's in his prime. He's still a really good player. So I think that is what I'm going to go and do. He's going to be my starting cam, and again, he can also play central midfield and he can play on the left, so another versatile player that we can use all round. So let's go sign Paqueta. I'll go 16. They want Mavididi. Well, they're not having Mavididi. I've only just signed him, so they can forget that. What about 17 then? What about his valuation then? I'll go 17.5 his valuation. They're okay with that. There we go. So it looks like we might have overpaid a bit, but I'm not too fussed. We've got the money to do it. We're not looking to sign anyone else now. This will be my final signing. 2 signings on deadline day. Really happy with both of them. He was important. He will be getting that, so that's fine. We'll put him on a 3-year contract. Is he happy with that? He is. So no release clause. That's fine. And he's on 78 to Fulham. I'm willing to give him a bit of a wage increase to join, I wouldn't say a smaller club, but Fulham have been in the league a bit longer now. We'll give him 80,000 and again 100 signing on bonus, so he should be okay with that. He is okay. So Lucas Paqueta is through the door. I'm very happy with this signing. He's going to be a really good signing to play in that cam position. Obviously, we're going to shuffle the midfield around now. Like I mentioned just now, Dewsbury Hall will become my backup box to box. So let's get Paqueta in. Dewsbury Hall will drop to the bench. Where's Paqueta? There he is. It does mean that Ward-Prowse is now going to drop out of the lineup, but he will still have a part to play in this squad. He will obviously be playing plenty of cup football for us, and I'm very happy with how our squad's looking now. It's looking a bit more, we've got a bit more cover in all areas now. That's what I was worried about. I didn't think we had enough cover in the central midfield and obviously centre back, but we went and signed that centre back with Lloyd Kelly coming in. Again, he can also play left back, which is good. That's the good thing about a lot of these players, is they can play in a lot of different positions, so it's really good that they can cover across the board. So that is really good, and I'm very happy with that. So let's advance through deadline day now. If anything happens with regards to offers, I will show you. If not, we will have a look at the full transfer roundup before we finish the episode. I was waiting for it. and it's come. Arsenal have come in with an offer for Mateus Fernandes on deadline day. They've offered us 51.9 million. The board reckon I could get up to 97.6 for him, and I'm looking for somewhere in the region of that because of deadline day. I've just signed Paqueta, but if we were to sell him, we would probably need to go and get someone else in. So I'm going to have to negotiate. It is Arsenal, so we're going to have to go in and negotiate, but we need to put a premium on it for multiple reasons. It's Arsenal, so they're in the same league, and it's deadline day, so there is going to be a big premium on this. I am not going to want less than 90. I will go in initially with a 93. It's still lower than what the board reckon. I think they're going to walk out. They are going to walk out. I'm fine with that. Like, the board reckon again 97. I'm so well below that with a 93 million. I know the board have been very wrong in this save so far. I think is the way I've set it up. I've set it up unrealistic, and I don't think it's matched with what the board. Anyway, we know that they're obviously been very, very unrealistic in their estimations, but I'm not. I don't think I'm unrealistic with asking for 93 million on deadline day for him to join a Premier League rival. Well, a Premier League club. So yeah, I'm not fussed about that. If they wanted him, I would have come down to probably 85. Anything lower than that, he was not going. So they didn't even want to negotiate. So he is going to stay for now. I wouldn't be surprised if someone else comes in for him before now and the end of deadline day, though. Another offer, this time from Ipswich again. Ipswich, a team, we've got a good partnership so far with Ipswich in this save. They come in for our young striker, Juan, a Brazilian striker. I was going to set him out on loan. I decided to keep him because of how our squad was looking. But now I'm like, our squad's looking okay. I got Armstrong, who's obviously going to play over him in that position. And we got plenty of central midfielders because he could also play cam. And I don't know if we're ever really going to use him. So it might be a good time to let him go and get some money. So I think because it's Ipswich, I will negotiate it. They both reckon get 6.1. They've offered 4.1. I will let him go for 5.5 if they're willing to pay that. So let's ask for that. 5.5 mil. Come on, Ipswich, don't walk away. They're going to walk away. Ooh, not good. I think that's the first time potentially that a deal between us and Ipswich hasn't gone through. So Juan is going to stay for now. Final hour of deadline day then, and we've had no more offers, so it does look like that is going to be it. So our squad is finalised. We might get an offer now, but I'm not going to accept it because there's always one comes in after the deadline day. It hasn't actually this time though, so that is how it's going to be then. So we'll go and have a quick look at the rest of the transfers, see who's gone through the biggest deals of the window before we wrap up this episode. Okay then, so these are some of the biggest deals of this window. Now, again, you can see them. PSG are just buying this save at the minute. They've bought Camavinga from Man City for 135 million. Another interesting one, Rafael Leao has gone to Villa, so he's playing for Villa now. That's an interesting one. Frimpong has left Real Madrid and he's come to the Premier League. He's playing for Spurs now. Ryan Gravenberch is another player that PSG have bought. So he's off to them for 87.6 million from Liverpool. They've also bought William Saliba from Arsenal for 86.2 million. PSG are just absolutely, I don't know how they're doing this, but they're literally just signing everybody. It's crazy. Arda Güler has joined the Premier League now as well. He's left Real Madrid and come to Chelsea. Fatezi left Milan to go to Monaco. Tar, I did see that earlier on in the window, has come to Nottingham Forest, so he's left Leverkusen. He was a player I was looking at, but he is an 87 overall, so we couldn't have signed him, so it's a good signing for Forest, to be fair, that one. Gabriel left Arsenal, he's gone to Bayern Munich. Quinton Timber has gone to Newcastle. This is how PSG are kind of doing it, because they're going and selling players as well. So they've sold, obviously, Pacho to Man City, who has now come to the Premier League for 65 million. City also signing Vicario from Spurs for 63 million. And here we go, PSG sold Dewey to Atletico Madrid for 62.7. So they're selling players, but they're bringing in quality players with the money they're making as well. So they're really, really having a good couple of seasons in this save PSG. Liam Delap, of course, has gone to Tottenham. Tottenham building a decent side now with Frimpong as well. I'm not sure who they got in goal though, because they've sold Vicario, but someone's telling me they got Alisson. I'm pretty sure they got Alisson. Dogi's gone to Man City now as well, so Man City again, another dominant force in the market. Girassi went to Inter. Hato left Spurs and went to Inter as well. Kone has gone to Frankfurt, I think that is. Arsenal have let David Raya go now since we played them, because they've got Chevalier, however you say his name, in goal, so he's gone to Bayern Munich. Lenormand has gone to Dortmund. Ramos, we saw it because we were looking at him. He's left PSG. That's again PSG making some more money there, letting him go. Ben White has moved in the league. He's gone from Arsenal to Liverpool. Kalulu has joined United. Endrick has gone to Napoli. Reece James has left the Premier League and gone to Marseille. Douglas Luiz has gone to Lyon. Van Nielsen, we saw that earlier on, has gone to Barcelona. We were looking at him, but he has gone to La Liga. Hartman has left Leicester and gone to Atletico Bilbao, also going to La Liga. Luis Diaz leaving the league as well, heading to Leipzig. Marquinhos going to Spurs, so another good sign for Spurs. Spurs building a very good team. Lukeba moving from Leipzig, going back to France to play for Lille. Adiemi leaving Dortmund, also heading to France to play for Monaco. Moise Kean gone to Valencia. Pavlic has left Bayern and gone to Sevilla. Højlund has gone to La Liga as well. He's left United and he's gone to Real Sociedad. Fofana has gone to Napoli. Holseg to Nice. Garcia to Leipzig. Hanko's gone to Bayer Leverkusen. And let's just go down now, and you can have a quick look. Obviously, feel free to pause if you want. Damsgaard did eventually leave Brentford. He went to Atletico Bilbao as well. Obviously, I did want to sign him at the beginning of the season, but the way that the thing went with the finances, we couldn't. But I'm happy with the business that we've done, which I'll have a quick recap of that in a second. Arsenal have signed Houston from Bournemouth. Solanke did leave Tottenham in the end and went to Lazio. United signed Garcia, and again, like I said, Spurs also signed Martin Fernandes. Was a player that I was looking at. I was hoping to sign at some point. We still could, but he has joined the league now. We saw obviously Cancelo, he played against us when we played Arsenal. Edison has left Man City and gone to Roma. That is why Man City have signed Vicario to replace him. Obviously that's us with Guri, and there's some of our other signs with Nico Williams as well. And this is the rest of it if you are interested. I'll go quickly down to the 10 million mark. Like I said, feel free to pause if that is something you would like to look more in depth of, but I would be here all day if I go through everything. So there's a lot of our signings coming up now, because I think we did well in this transfer window to get a lot of players in for quite cheap. So yeah, that's that, and this is our roundup then. Obviously our highest deal was selling Liam Delap to Spurs for 60 million and getting Guri in for half of that. I'm happy with. He's had an okay start. He hasn't scored from open play yet. Got close just now, hitting the post against Norwich, but he is popping up with goals from the spot, and I do anticipate him to starting to score in open play soon. Obviously, we got Nico Williams in, Cunha, we sold Danzo, we got in Paqueta, we just signed on deadline day, happy with that one. Obviously, Howard Bellis was taken from us by West Ham, who paid out his contract. Bringing Yves Bissouma in was a good signing. Tankstead is a good backup option. Obviously, we just brought Lloyd Kelly in, so I'm happy with that. We've brought in a lot of players and let a lot of players go, so we had a lot of business done in this window, to be fair. How much players did we actually bring in? So we brought in 2 loan signings, 11 signings this window. It's a lot of signings, to be fair. That probably will mean that we won't do too much in January, because to sign 11 players in one window is quite a lot. It's usually not something I usually do. I tend to try and get at least 5 or 6, but the way it went, because obviously I let a lot of players go as well, and we obviously had the money because we were smart with our finances. We budgeted well and we got a lot of players in for very cheap. So I'm happy overall with how our window has gone. Okay then, so in the next episode things are not going to be easy. We've got two of the big guns. We've got last season's Premier League winners Liverpool to start off with. We will play that one. We will then sim the Carabao Cup game against Exeter, and I think what I'm going to do is play Brighton, and then I will sim Man City to end the episode. So yeah, so we'll play Liverpool, we'll play Brighton, and then we will sim the Exeter game and then that Man City game. Or we might play it actually, because there is, I thought there was another game in there when I was saying it then. No, we'll probably play them. So we'll play all three Premier League games and we will sim that Exeter game. But that is where we shall wrap this episode up then, guys. If you have enjoyed, please remember to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from my series and my channel. Overall, happy with how today's gone in the window. We brought in some quality players and I'm happy with how the squad's looking overall. We just need to start doing it on the pitch now. Obviously, losing to Arsenal, but obviously we did go and beat Norwich to finish the episode off, so I'm happy with that. It was just that we obviously lost the first two games of the season, which isn't ideal, but we can kick on from it now. It's just not going to be easy going forward in the next episode because we've got three tough games. Liverpool, Brighton and City are not going to be easy whatsoever. So hopefully we can pick up some points from them and kick on for the rest of the season. But I shall see you guys in our next episode. I've been Clonks, and remember, take care, guys.